I don't think it gave me a Disruptor Flute. Not give me a flute, so we gotta find a replacement flute. Deluge is in here. Toxic Deluge it is. Angler and Nadu Modern. I've played 3 leagues. I've only seen Nadu once. So Nadu's going to have to show up some more. He wants to earn my respect. I'm going to say that before I get clapped like 4 times by Nadu this league. Change the stream title. Nether Goof. Alright. Let's fire it up. Who's in the XO bracket. True. We don't mess around with the XO bracket where the real decks play. Honestly, the same every set release. Twitter rages, calls for bans. 2 weeks later, they forget about that, then find something else to talk about. I mean, I've been seeing a bunch of, like, Nadu getting splashed in everything. I saw, what was it, an Orzhov list splashing Nadu? Or it might have been a, some sort of red-white, like red-white energy or something, splashing Nadu. Seen Amulet Titan with Nadu. Hammer! It was hammer time with Nadu. That's what it was. Like, we never left. Like, this hand is beautiful. You can't tell me this isn't beautiful. Interasmus, unfortunately, the Stream Decker bot is not functioning for me at the moment. Oh, wait, never mind. I think it's this current. Okay, try it now. Try exclamation deck. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to go Bobble, Meyer, pass. I don't know what we're up against, so I don't want to start, like, trying to filter for anything specific. Okay. Flipping over. We have learned nothing from this exchange. Do I prefer preordain over expressive iteration? Those 2 mana, but you get more cards. More cards equals winning. Depends on the list. Like, this list is 17 lands trying to go extremely mana efficient. So having a bunch of expressive iterations can be a bit of a liability. There's another Goofy. Oh yeah, opponent is 80 card, no Yorion. Get down another Goofy. Arid Mesa pass. Oh. Hit you with another Goif. And I think I will go ahead and play the Shadow. Sit on soft stub. Villain's up to no good. Agreed. This doesn't scream solitude. I don't know what does. You cut the tension between Gurmag and Goif with a fucking knife. What tension? I wouldn't have played Gurmag here anyway. Sure. Grow my Nether Goif. See if I care. Get my stub online. I bet you're gonna play Teferi too, you sicko. Yeah. Didn't see that one coming. Got him. Look at that thick father. What you got? Arid Mesa, no crack. Uber, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Sunday afternoon wherever you're at in the world. Got Leyline Binding. See, look at that. No longer any tension between Nether Goif and Gurmag Angler. Out here like, oh, there's tension between them. There's no tension. Literal zero tension. Lush Portico. Why do you make me sound like a bitch? I don't. I'm just speaking pure facts here. Yes. I see. Fascinating. Remember that time we had Gurmag Angler Nether Goif tension? Pepperidge Farm remembers. What did we say last time? We want Harbinger, we want Stub, and Sign hits like ETB triggers off Leyline Binding and Solitude. I don't want Fatal Pushes. And TBR can go. I can probably just cut like her. One mana 5/5. We had a 1 mana 5/6. No. I can't remember if Netherglyph got up to a 5/6 or not. 16 lands plus a Fel the Profane. So technically 17. Technically. Kind of. What do we got? Basic Island. Don't really care for a basic island. We're going to shuffle that away. We're going to look for a Thoughtseize. We don't find. It's okay. Pass the turn. But it's going to be nice and fetch for us. So we're going to wait for them to surveil. Then fire off our bauble. Solitude in the graveyard. That's a cheeky one. Don't want a Solitude. Got Bloodstained Mire. You know what? I will play out a 1/1 Shadow. Also, Moto is like extraordinarily laggy right now, so let's reset that real quick. Might have to do with all the extra tabs going on. Don't look. My password. Currently main decking for 2 stubs, but I'm considering going to 4 watching this. Like, I definitely think Shadow's the kind of deck that you can either hedge heavily towards creature matchups or non-creature matchups. And Grixis and Dimir are like always going to be really good at hedging towards non-creature. And if that's the case, Stubborn Denial is like the best card that you have access to. Double Shadow or no balls. What's the worst that could happen? They've been to Solitude. Second Solitude. Crazy idea, I know. Main deck dress down a bad idea? Not really. It's fine. It's gonna be less good with your Nethergoyfs, but mathematically impossible. I mean, far from mathematically impossible. If you've ever watched me play Magic the Gathering, not only is it mathematically possible, it is mathematically probable and more than likely 100% true. They probably got 3 Solitudes and a Teferi in hand right now. I'm gonna let this resolve. I could force it. Probably couldn't hear that at all. I could force it, but I'm kind of hoping that I can hit a fetch land this next turn and have both of my stubborn denials active. Kinda hoping. Murphy's Law might as well be Death Shadow Law. Truth. So many Surveil lands. So little time. Fable the Mirror Breaker in the bin. Pretty good one. Fable of the Mirror Breaker not in the... I would like to cast a stub, and then they're going to go for a Veil of Summer. Never mind. I said that. Get out loud. Ordain. I'm not going to cast Preordain. I'm going to hold it for a force pitch at the moment. And it's mainly because, like, the best thing that I could hit is Thoughtseize, and I don't even think I would cast Thoughtseize if I did hit it. I'd rather just, like, hold up double counter. Holy shit. What am I witnessing here? On tribal surveil lands. Omnath, locus of creation, into the graveyard. So they've been to Solitude, they've been to Fable, and they've been to Omnath. I'm terrified. Straight up terrified. This has to be a verdict, right? And then we're obviously going to top deck a Gurmag Angler. Let's preordain first. Don't really want either. See what they've got coming off the top. Cast our Harbinger. Just go. Now this Drown in the Lock pitches to force pretty well. No! No! Eh. Can you turn off forced max resolution on Twitch? I don't know. Mono blue shadow. Oh. Oh, we weren't doing much. Why did they concede? Because they understand the power. Fast, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Sunday. It clearly was over. Psh. I mean, they could have found a Solitude or another ring or Or what else they had. Maybe everything in their deck was a one of. Absolutely couldn't find something. Go at Spider Space. Unable to watch at 1080. I have no idea. Fortunately, not my area of expertise in the slightest. I'm going to get down to Tamiyo. I'm a simple man. I see a Giganta, I play a Tamiyo. Because I don't want my Nethergoyf getting bolted. Oh, yeah. Giganta with a red-white surveil land and keep a card on top. Well, as a wise man once said, if you have a chance to turn 2, flip a Tamiyo. You turn 2, flip your Tamiyo. It was me. I am wise man. Ah. I see what we're up against now. Let's go Thoughtseize. Take a glimpse. Or do I take Ral? I care about Ral. I could get Thoughtseize back again. I kind of want to just keep ticking up Tamiyo. What does Ral do? Opponent's gonna let us just draw cards. JP, what's up? Scale from 1 to drawing cards. I do in fact like drawing cards. So we can tick up Tamiyo, play out Gurmag, hold up Stub, and drown in the lock. Seems alright. With sad news, I've sold out of Modern entirely. I can't say I really blame you, if we're being honest. You're not missing much. If you had a frog, it was resolve tension between Ghost and Angular. Yeah, because I'd have to ditch all these good cards in my hand. I'd be like, oh, I don't want Drown in the Lock and Stubborn Denial in another land. I want Frog. Ah. Another Ruby Medallion. No. I'm going to take the approach of just counter anything I can counter because I'm going to ultimate Tamiyo next turn and just have like my entire deck. So okay. Let's see if we can find a way to win from here. Let's start off with a land. I see a Force Negation. That's a good start. I need to play out a Shadow. Play out a Bauble. Play out another Bauble. Yeah, we can Thoughtseize. Tamiyo! Tamiyo! Yeah, I told you it was a win condition. Ooh. Doubters never saw it coming. So, Stub for spells, Nihil Spellbomb for Past in Flames. I think I'm going to bring in Toxic Deluge because they probably have, what's it called, out of the board? Make a bunch of goblins. Name of the card. Empty the Warrens. That's the one. Stern Scolding seems meh. Sign stops Storm Trigger. It does. I don't know if I'm all that interested in it, though. I guess if they're bringing in Empty the Warrens, too, then that's probably worth it. I was kind of thinking about, like, not Empty. Freaking sign might be too many. Does technically count a Ruby Amulet. Land for Flage, because they're going to Flage. Well, if I get Flaged, I get Flaged. Fatal Push. I wanted to keep some number in for Ral, but I don't want like a whole mess of Fatal Pushes. Ox, thanks so much for coming and hanging out. Sorry, I misclicked and threw it back. That's on me. Throwing back Spell Bomb. Or by throwing back Gurmag. No fear. No fear. Both are pretty decent. You know what? We'll keep both. One's a clock. The other's Nethergoyf, am I right? Got him. See what I did there? I implied that Nethergoyf wasn't a clock like Tamiyo was. Funny. Humorous. I will keep explaining my joke. Thank you very much. Alright, what are we going for? Alright. Now, am I playing Tamiyo Force? No, we're just going Tamiyo Goyf. Said Tamiyo Force. Tamiyo Spell Bombs, what I meant. Oh, well, we might die. You have the payoff. It's double land. That's good for us. Mm-hmm. Okay. Pretty good. I do want to see what their sideboard plan is. Like, do they still have Past in Flames? Did they board out of a lot of it and just like board into Wishes? Maybe the deck doesn't even play like Past in Flames in the main. Maybe it's just Wishes. We can blame Aspiring Spike for this. Dead yet? Alright, so yeah, there's Past in Flames. You see the grape shots, they have lethal. Alright, going back on the play for game 3 helps tremendously. The Wraiths back in. Want push, but I don't want push. I'm going to skip the sign. If they got enough to go off with Grape Shot, they're just going to kill me regardless of consign. What's the best black flip land, the removal spell or the goblin? I think the removal spell, but like Dogfish said, kind of meta dependent. I want to so badly. K-Command to deal with Medallion. No, I'm going to lean on like Thoughtseize and Stub to deal with it. Like, if I bring in K-Command for it, that's literally the only target that it hits. I'm going to flip a coin. Leave it up to fate. Got all my coins organized now. Okay. Heads, we keep it. Tails, we throw it back. Coin says heads. Heads, we keep it. Man, y'all let me down. This is why we don't listen to chat. The old triple Street Wraith fail. Rough. I mean, if we hit running lands, maybe there's a chance. Maybe. Not if they go off here, obviously, but... So you're saying there's a chance. I don't know what we're thinking about. Is this going to be like a gut shot, flip a coin, win the flip the row? Oh, they did try for it. Wait, no? What? They tried to flip it and lost the flip, or... Oh no, because it specifies only during your turn. Oh boy. They've got two old modern decks, black, white tokens, and elf deck. Which one should I play in local tournament? Probably elves, yeah. Elves picked up some new tech. Spider Space say. Spider Space said, during your turn, I see. Like, yeah, I had no idea about that either. Alright, well, if they whiff on this Valakut Awakening and the Ral flip and everything else, it's not a whiff. That is the opposite of a whiff. Now they Galvanic Relay. Alright. Alright. Do we have another land coming off the top? But they're not going to let me see. That's what we get for listening to chat. Chat, you let me down. I thought you had my best interest in mind. I see that was all a ruse. For the record, if this were like a real paper event, I would not keep that hand in a million years. I would not advise anybody else to keep it. But for the sake of testing on Magic Online, I will absolutely keep it. Short stream. Well, I'm looking at the clock, and I've got like an hour before I have to go. So if I'm able to finish this league, great. If I'm not able to finish this league, then, well, I tried. It did make for some good content. People love their Street Wraith keeps. No land Street Wraith. Happy Father's Day to all you Chad dads out there. I forgot. Like I said, Happy Father's Day to my dad this morning, and then I completely forgot that it was a thing for the rest of the day. Skip that. Keep. Turn 2, flip a Tamiyo. Throwing back what? We're just throwing back Nethergoyf. And hoping this Tamiyo doesn't die on turn 1. Go, Tomato, go! Back-to-back Storm. That's right, no blocks. Jordan, Stern Scolding. Draw, flip the Tomato. Say go. We need Ragavan for the tomato and ravioli synergy. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Also not opposed to finding out if I'm up against Storm or Prowess. And he takes on the new Bestow Phoenix. I think you can make a build with it, but you really need to be playing like Street Wraith and the Troll and stuff like that. Maybe Lorien Revealed. So you do have to make some pretty big deck building considerations for it. That being said, if you make those considerations, I don't think it's bad. I'm just stubbing this. End of your next turn. I could just let it go. It's probably the responsible thing to do. Attack it, tomato. Dare you. Does put a lot of pressure. I was about to say it puts a lot of pressure on needing to find a land. Tomato feels no pressure. I will dub this. What did you finish last league? I saw 2-1 before I was busy. Ended up 2-3. Ran into some rough Eldrazi folks the last couple rounds. Care for either of these. That, however, I do like. I mean, it has been missing their land drops. So if they put like a Ral... Oh. Got... Gonna get to attack with Chandler regardless of what I do. Put something on top. At this point, I'll just wait to see if they put a Past in Flames on the stack. Because ideally, I want to protect Tamiyo this turn. But I think I'm probably just going to have to counter this Manamorphose right now. Just to stop anything else they've got going on. I think I'm going to kind of like give up on ulting Tamiyo this game in order to get an attack in, play a Gurmag, and maybe like get back Stubborn Denial or something. That. Play out Gurmag. Hold up, cracking a clue. Channeler has to attack. Stub this because if I don't, it makes tokens that get to block. On goes Tomato. That should be game. Yep. All right. Let's figure out a sideboard plan that works in this matchup. Still don't think I want K command. Spell bomb seems fine. Stub seems fine. Maybe I'm like overboarding pretty heavily. I'd kind of get behind that. Like maybe just trim a Dismember, trim like a Nether Goyf. Scolding, something like that. Is Meltdown unreasonable? This Amulet and Ruby version? We kind of had that discussion when we played them last round about K command, and I think I would rather just like fight over amulets with thought seizes and stubs and force negations than with Meltdown, because if they don't have an amulet, then stub, drown, thought seize, all that is still relevant. But if like I bring in Meltdowns and I draw one and they don't have an amulet, then Meltdown just sits in my hand like not doing anything. Preordain out. I could board out a Preordain. Maybe like keep the 4th Nether Goyf. But I think just like taking my game 1 plan into game 2 is probably a lot better than like overboarding. The big card that just worries me is Empty the Warrens, if I'm not able to find a way to interact with that. Ermy G. We're just back to Flusterstorm sideboards. I don't know if I'm going that far yet. I know Spike was big on his notion that Flusterstorm's not even good against Mono Red Storm. But I haven't played the match. I've only played the matchup. I think this is the third time. Beat it the first time. Lost to it last round when we kept a 0 lander. Double Wraith. And then this is the third, so... Isn't Consigned to Memory just better than Flusterstorm? I wouldn't say, like, just better, because Flusterstorm you can also interact with, like, the rituals or Manamorphose or something before they get going, or interact with a Reckless Impulse. With something like, what's it called? Consigned to Memory, you run the risk of, hey, your opponent goes for a Grape Shot, you consign it, and then they just flash back Past in Flames, Grape Shot you again. So, like, not, or putting them in a spot where they can't get the engine going can be, like, just as good. Got a medallion. Anamorphose, Veil of Summer, pretty good. Or Veils. Remember when you said GG's? And it wasn't GG's? So, Stallion resolves. At this point, they've got one card in hand. Why do we not stub that medallion? I mean, what do I care about a second medallion? They've already got the mana reduction off the first. So all their 2 mana spells are already won. Like, that second medallion's not doing anything to reduce the cost any farther. So I'd much rather hold on to the stub in case they go for, like, a wish or something. Or, you know, a Past in Flames. Just throwing ideas out there that would be pretty good to Stubborn Denial. Oh, they can play these this... God, I thought that was like until the end of their last turn. Shit. Alright, well, we're dead. I really thought that that was just till the end of their last turn. The end of your next turn. So yeah, I should have just played out the Spell Bomb. It was like kind of the right call if I could read. Clearly, I can't read. See what they got. There's technically a non-zero chance that they could whiff. Alright, I'll scoop to Ral. Don't know if someone plays Modern Elves on Twitch right now. I do not know. Unfortunately, I don't really keep track of like who kind of specializes in what builds. These curse totems looking a little rough. Maybe they flip all tails and die from Ral. The true high roll. Heck yeah. My kind of hand. Show me a tomato. Hmm. Do I want Nethergoyf as a clock? Probably. Free win potential on New Storm seems pretty high, especially game one. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. I'm going to play Spellbomb Shadow. I don't think I want to give the just free tap out here in case they do have a chance to go for it. Like, I'm not killing them next turn regardless. So I don't feel like I have to put all my pressure on the board right here. It's a pretty good series of draws. Hit you for 6. Got another Goyf. Go. Skip to second main to start casting spells into the channeler. Alright. I think I'm just countering this time. I want the draw. turn. So that makes it so that this is a forced chump. Anamorphose. Attack in. Got a chump. Go. Disable Amulet, catches a counter. Nothing else matters. All you have left is Past in Flames and Pyretic Ritual. GG's. Yeah, matchup doesn't look too bad as long as we don't keep a 0 lander with like 3 Wraiths and a Prayer. Go figure, that's our kryptonite. I don't know. I kind of feel like old Gift Storm is a little scarier. I think that this Storm is more explosive, but I definitely think old Storm is a lot more resilient to hate. And so I'd rather face this Storm than old Storm. More than likely. That being said, if you stumble against this Storm, you're probably just dying, like on the spot. Can I get a review for a list? Yeah. I'm going to send it over. Bump in the night. What do we think about Bump in the night? So just like, this is the old mono black Storm variant, right? Wave. Copy and paste this list real quick. All right. We got down, push, Starfire, Bolt, iteration. So it's kind of like a toss-up between Ragavan and Bowmaster in that slot. Personally, I would play like more bolts before the first Tarfire, just because you're gonna run into stuff like opposing channelers and Goyfs and things that like Tarfire doesn't kill, and that extra point actually matters. But I also understand like wanting to make the Nethergoyf bigger. I just think that the amount of times that that extra point matters is going to outweigh the number of times that like it matters because your Nethergoyf was a point bigger. Also, this is a crazy interaction split. The 2-2, 1-1, 3, 1 dress down. I might try to like consolidate a bit. Spider Space, what's up? Dude, chat talked me into keeping a double Wraith, no lander in game 3. And I felt bad because I was like, we're actually having a good game here. We're having a good series. It did not work out that way. Alright, what is this thing? Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, Mage Bane Lizard deals damage to that player equal to the number of non-creature spells they cast. Yeah, it was a fun match though. It's been interesting getting to see that deck. I'm afraid of a Mage Bane Lizard. Born of House Markov, Brutality. Sorin. Ruby Swarms felt silly. I think I've played it or played against it 3 times today, and every time I lose a game, it feels like it is just out of nowhere. Like, I'll feel like I'm in a decent position, and then all of a sudden it's just, oh, Ral into Ritual into whatever, like triple Rin's run. And I go from feeling like I have a chance to not even being close to in the game. Got back Peatland. Shocking. Wing. Gurmag. Ah. Whoops. Alright, that's on me. That's on me. Ah, I see. Not gonna lie, I was not very prepared for Necro Dominance. Would have just kept up counter spells. Should have kept up counter spells. Never mind. Feel slightly less bad for holding up counter spells. Is there a way I need to sequence this? I guess I want to attack first because they have to do something or they die. Which means they gotta cast stuff into the lizard. I can like fatal push, double stub. Take one. Push the lizard. Stub the soul spike. Hermie G. Have you tried the Scam Shadow version you posted in your YouTube video? I tried. Minimize this. I played a league with this. Ended up going 3-2. I beat Charbelcher, beat Reanimator. beat Amulet, like 2-0'd all those, and then lost to Red White Energy and lost to Burn. Burn beat me on a pair of top decks, so it was really close in that one. But Red White Energy just like absolutely rolled me over. Not even remotely close. I don't know if Harbinger's good in the matchup or not, but I don't want Street Wraiths, and Harbinger is here. Sign really does anything. Every deck's a 3-2 deck. Every deck's a 3-2 deck if you're brave enough. Hey, command. Brutality's still a card, right? What we can side in for Burn, like in general, or with this specifically? In general, you've got like Fluster Storms and Spell Pierces and a whole bunch of halfway manageable cards. Need your annual stream where you play old GDS with no MH3 cards in the meta. That's basically what this is. We're running out here with like Nethergoyfs over Gurmags, and the rest of it's pretty much the same. Tomato! Ricky, hey man, loving the content. Any thoughts on Detectives, Phoenix, and Red Black Shadow alongside Street Wraith, for example? Good question. Somebody brought up the Phoenix earlier. I think that it's a card that you could definitely run if you build your deck to accommodate it. So, like, not only Street Wraith, but I think you need the Troll, maybe one of the other cyclers like Lorien Revealed or something to help out with the CMCs. Do we remember what I put Tamiyo under? I can let this resolve, because even if they take Stubborn Denial, I'll have Tamiyo for a blue card for Force if they go for Necro Dominance. I don't see Thought Scours or Royal Silence, so I didn't get that far down the list, fortunately. Yeah. But yeah, Ricky, to answer your question, I do think you could play a list with the Phoenixes. Like I said, you just got to make sure that you're running enough stuff to where that minus, or that, what's it called, collect evidence isn't that big of an issue. Bump in the night. No, not bump in the night. Or think I would love to find another blue card here. No, I've seen worse. Give me a Necro Dominance. You're just gonna Soul Spike me? Just straight up? Okay, that one hurt a little bit. Tiny little bit of pain. All right, I need you to brick. That is as far off of a brick as you can get. Oh, so far off of a brick. Question your ability to even know what a brick is. Battle Rage off the top. Just a normal day in Shadowland. So that's just gonna kill me with an extort trigger. A way to go out. Ah, the one draw step. Necro dominance. Pure unadulterated savagery. Just gonna roll it back. Just say I would love to play first. I think that's gonna be a no. I'm not always opposed to just like all in on a hand like this, but it needs to have a stubborn denial or some sort of backup. Sorry, tomato. It was painful to watch. Top deck God. You get used to it after a while. Okay. I think Preordain like has to hit a land or kind of done here. We're still fighting. Still fighting the good fight. A lizard. There. All right. Do I get to untap? Machinations can go off. Alright, so if I fetch down to 8, I'm at 5 with the Machinations, 4 with the Thoughtseize, 2 with the Battle Rage. They're dead to that if they have not top decked a Soul Spike. I am dead to a Soul Spike. Is there anything I can do to not be dead to a Soul Spike? No. Let me double check. Go to 8. Can I not Thoughtseize? I'm dead if I Thoughtseize. I think I'm just dead if I do. Right? Because I lose 2, go to 6. They sack the Machination. I go to 5. Or I go to 3. I lose 1 off the Thoughtseize to the Lizard, go to 2, and then Battle Rage, and I'm dead. Yeah. I needed to shock and just go for it. Now I have to pass a turn. Don't think attacking changes anything. Like, if they bump in the night, I'm dead. Or if they bump in the night, it doesn't change the attack back anyway. I have to take the Battle Rage. You have land for the bump in the night. I don't think this is really a decision. Wait, why did they not take the Battle Rage? They just kill themselves? Am I missing something? Trample over. I mean, I understand like nobody respecting Battle Rage, but you sit there and stare at it with the option to take it. I don't know if you have to respect it to be like, hey, that card kills me. I don't want you to have it. A justice command. Maximum respect, not taking it even if I die, right? I'll give him props for that. Watery Grave. If Goyf dies, Goyf dies. What? Is mono black still a thing? Not mono black. No idea what this is. Are we in the camp of kill our own shadow to grow nether goyf? Like, we are attacking for 12 next turn, potentially. We want to, like, play out our shadow, let it die, shock in, battle rage, grows these to 4 5s. One of them would be hitting for 8, 12. Okay. Also grows our nether goyfs. Ew. Are you gonna let me keep this? It's a wild day for opponents deciding what they want me to have and what they don't. You know, I should have let the shadow die there. Because now it's like up to my next draw as to whether or not I kill them. But if I just played out the shadow and let it die, I'd be hitting for 8 and then another 8 guaranteed. That was pretty bad. Playing the dead to known information game. Who am I to tell you what you should or shouldn't be dead to? Ethergoy. Alright, so we want Meltdowns, K Command for sure. Stub is great. Harbinger, maybe? Like, I like Harbinger against Saga. Sign to Memory. Also, like, good against Saga, not so much against everything else. Remember out how many spots we have left. I think I like Harbinger better than Consign. Like, what? Saga, Trigger. That's it. One of my favorite matchups that I used to play all the time back when Lantern Control was like first really popular was playing Corey Burkhart's Grix's control list with like 4 Snapcaster, 4 K Command, 4 Cryptic Command. You would just destroy Lantern. Like, alright, I'm gonna K Command, blow up that piece, get back this Snapcaster, then I'm then gonna Snapcaster to get back that K Command to blow up that artifact and make you discard, and it's like there's nothing you're doing against this. You like to take my Thoughtseize? You like to take my Street Wraith? That was a bunch of music to my ears. Right? Magical golden age, if you ask me. Bellsky. Bellsky. We're going deep. Going deep down the rabbit hole. Bellsky. The OG. The real Skittles. Show me a fetch land. Not a fetch land, but will probably pitch to force negation. About as good as any other card in the deck. Mm-hmm. Land. Land of the fetching variety. Then all the shadows. Get that free Goyf chip damage in. I'm going to force this. Yeah. I'm going to force this in case they have, like, one of those lands that gets back an artifact, like buried, was it buried ruin, something like that. I don't feel like it's that likely that they have one, or that they'll have enough time for it to really, like, matter, but thinking Snaring Bridge is just one of those ones that's, like, worth exiling if you can. It's Chosen Death. There we go. Alright. Nice little 4-1 with Grixis splashing for jank. That's about the best way I can describe it. Let us go over the list real quick. Changes I would consider. We did get a win with Tamiyo ult. That's about all you can ever ask for in a league. Gurmag had a little conflict with Nethergoyf twice, but Gurmag did also win some games, so I can't be like too mad at the fish. I might actually consider cutting a Nethergoyf before cutting a Gurmag. And GG's as well. Sorry about that. I just kind of had the absolute nuts. I hope you don't hate me too much. But that's also a matchup that blue-based Shadow has salivated over for a while. Yes, yeah, like the newer GDS builds, absolutely. You, like, crush those. The Ragavan builds and Darcy and stuff. 4-stub Gurmag Angler. Maybe a little bit less so. But definitely GG's. Nethergoyf so fast. Well, in Sexix, you were looking for a Nethergoyf... Nethergoyf breakdown. That's kind of it. Like, I really think people are under-evaluating Nethergoyf. Like, Nethergoyf is a 3-4, still really, really good. If you get it up to a 4-5, great. 5-6, phenomenal. But, like, 3-4 for 1 on turn 1 is still, like, the best rate we've seen in Magic. So don't downplay it and think, oh, it's got to be a 5-6 or 6-7 or something to be playable. Like, no, it's still really good. What do we think of the rest of the deck? How do I get my stream off read-only? Streamlabs under Twitch account. If you bring up the settings from Streamlabs Twitch icon. Like whole settings I'm supposed to go to fix this. I'll figure that out later. Is one made of vanilla 3-4 playable? I think so. But definitely a really cool league to go through there. Otherwise, Battle Rage got a kill. Tamiyo got a kill. Shadow doing shadow things got kills. Stubborn Denial looked phenomenal. So definitely hype for Stubborn Denial being playable. Force of Negation looked really, really good. Out of the sideboard, we didn't see any Eldrazi matchups this league. So kind of sad about that. Curse Totem can probably get tossed aside. I was kind of thinking there was going to be more Yawgmoth early on, but I haven't really seen it yet. But either way, I am going to have to run. Unfortunately, like, my Twitch chat is not functioning, so I can't raid anybody. So unfortunately, y'all are going to have to like go your own way and go say hey to people for me. Tell them I'm sorry I couldn't raid. But other than that, hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your Sunday. I should be live again tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be playing then. Hopefully I have the Twitch chat stuff figured out by then. But hope you all have an awesome rest of your Sunday. Stay safe. Enjoy some good food and company. Say Happy Father's Day to the fathers in your life. Otherwise, I will catch y'all back live later.